Hi guys, this is Omer from MMOHut.com. I'm doing another quick weekly recap of MMO news and announcements for the week ending April 8th, 2012. And anyway, as you can see from the video playing in the background, the first piece of news that we'll be taking a look at this week has to do with Spirit Tales. And the news is that on April 3rd, 2012, Quorum Game announced that Spirit Tales will begin its open beta on April 25th at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. They were very specific at when the open beta does begin. Also, to celebrate the upcoming launch of Spirit Tales, players who register for the game before April 30th will automatically be entered into a giveaway where they can win gaming mice, graphic cards, and other goodies. And as mentioned earlier, Spirit Tales is the same exact game as Glory Destiny Online, just a different name. Next up, on April 5th, some big news from Outspark. On April 5th, Outspark officially announced a brand new free-to-play PvP-centric fighting MMO called Darkblood. Unfortunately, the official teaser trailer, which you are seeing right now, features no actual gameplay, just a CGI cutscene and storytelling for the game. Now, the game is set to launch sometime this summer in both North America and Europe. The game will feature fast-paced hack-and-slash style gameplay mixed with PvP arenas. So expect something, I guess, like Vindictus or maybe Dragon's Nest, or at least something along those lines. Outspark also did point out the game will feature mature content, whatever that may be. So it's most likely either boobs or blood. Probably blood though. So yeah, the game is coming out later this summer though. It's a PvP themed MMO, and it's actually a new game from Outspark. We haven't seen that many new games from them lately. Up next, also on April 5th, a small update from Drift City from Game Campus. Now on April 5th, Games Campus released an update for Drift City, which adds the first zone of the new area, Neo City, to the game. The new area is called New Oros, and is set in a futuristic sci-fi-ish area. New cities in Drift City mean players can expect new quests, weapons, equipment, and more. And Drift City is actually a fairly old MMO. It's been around for quite a while now, but it's still alive and kicking. Next up, some interesting news from Square Enix and Big Point, which came out on April 5th. Square Enix officially announced that they are working on a new browser-based MMO, which will be available on Big Point. The video in the background is actually from Battlestar Galactica Online, which is a different game that Big Point already publishes. The title Square Enix is working on, however, hasn't officially been named quite yet. All we know is that they're working on it, and the game is already, quote, well into development. So the game should be released sooner rather than later. All we really know is that the game will focus heavily on, quote, social gameplay, whatever that is, as well as user content. More info will be revealed later this month. It's just cool to see Square Enix beginning to embrace the free-to-play model. Here's to hoping FF14 goes free-to-play in the near future. Who knows? It might happen. I actually suspect FF14 will go free-to-play sometime in the future, but who knows when. That's just my guess, though. Up next, some more news from Big Point. Well, not actually news, but an update. On April 5th, also on April 5th actually, Big Point revealed that their browser-based action MMORPG, Darkensang Online, officially hit 5 million registered users worldwide since launching in August 2011. It's neat to see more and more browser-based games growing in popularity, especially non-strategy browser-based games, these actual MMORPGs. Now, with technology improving, I suspect we'll see more and more 3D games running on the browser smoothly in the near future. Now, if you haven't actually played Darkensang Online, it's a Diablo-esque action MMORPG on the browser. That's it for MMO news, but as for games coming soon, we have nothing. But as for games that recently launched, we have two games to look at. Well, both games officially launched from open beta into full release. The first is Seven Souls Online from NeoWiz, which officially launched on April 2nd into full release. The end of open beta and the start of full launch means the game's cash shop is now officially open for business. Other than that, though, the only thing new in Seven Souls Online is a bunch of launch events, and that's really it. The next and last game to launch this week, again from open beta into full release, so nothing really new here, is Blacklight Retribution. The game officially launched on April 3rd, 2012. And even though the transition doesn't involve any new updates, Perfect World did say that they'll be releasing 2 new game modes for the game, Net War and Siege, fairly soon. Perfect World did release some neat stats for the game though, such as 280 million shots have been fired, with 1.3 million of those being headshots. Looks like people need to L2 aim. That's like less than 1% headshots. But then again, I'm sure these figures include people just spraying into nothing. Another cool stat is that the game has been played for 14 million minutes and 13 million players have died in-game. Anyway guys, that's it for MMO news and announcements for the week ending April 8th, 2012. I do suspect we'll have a lot more news next week, especially since PAX is this weekend, and a lot of news will be coming out from that. Now if you want to read about or learn more about any of the news mentioned in this video, simply head on over to MMOHut.com/news. And if you want to discuss any of this video, simply head on over to MMOHut.com/forums. Anyway guys, this is Omer.